welcome to the show. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, Dante.
Wonderful.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you as well. So we're here at Gourmet Italia.
That's right.
This is a very well-known spot in the French Valley, Temecula to be exact.
That's right.
This is wine country.
Yes, it is.
Like the heart of it.
That's right. Very famous.
So I know, and many of the people that are aware of you, Randy, know that this is sort of a residency and has been for many years.
That's right.
But take us back, brother, before you came to Cali.
That's right. I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
How old were you when you got into music, and what got you there?
Okay, let's put it like this. I came to Cali when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
Okay.
So we left Detroit during the Detroit riots.
Okay.
So that brought us to California.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point, my grandmother was a politician and a strong Christian woman in Orange County. So that's where we migrated to. So after that, I got into the church with her.
Right.
And she had a daycare center. My grandmother was something else. She had a daycare center, so she loved children. Mm. So therefore, she had the children's choir.
Beautiful.
That's the first time I sang. Really in a choir was with her, and learned my chops in the church. My father was a preacher. I'm a PK. So that's where I started.
So you was doing that Andre Crouch stuff, huh?
I wish I could play. Although I don't play. Yes, we did do the vocal thing all the way through growing up. That was just a staple in our family.
Wonderful. How did you segue from doing that to getting more into the R&B, sort of a little jazzy kind of stuff?
Good question. So, my dad was real strict, and, we want to stay away from the secular music. We listened. They weren't that strict. We did listen, and I said my dad might have been like this. On the other hand, my mom was like, all of you, because I had like 5 brothers and sisters, all of you get together and sing. She liked to have us do our little thing. But I don't know, somewhere I caught the bug for that. And as I got older and progressed, I had a first opportunity to have a record deal.
Okay.
I was 17. I was still under my parents' rule,
Right.
And they didn't want that for me. And I understood that. And I went with what they wanted. And it took a few years before I got another opportunity. But just singing, it's just been in my blood. So,
Okay. And when you had your, I guess, quote unquote break to get with a label, was that sort of a local label or was it a major, or what was the situation?
I grew up with a cat named O'Brien.
I think I've heard of him.
Yes, you may have.
I believe I've heard of O'Brien.
Yeah, Capitol record recording artist.
I did a little something with Capitol in the day, so that's why it sounds very familiar.
That's right. Don Cornelius was his producer, and the story is, it's a long story about how he was discovered, but he lived around the corner from me, and we were good friends growing up. And that's where I got my start. He gave me my first professional gig as a background vocalist for him. And that lasted a few years, and moved on from there.
Awesome. Randy, you've worked with a lot of people over the years other than O'Brien. And one person that comes of note is being a fellow bass player. I'm a drummer too, but I'm a bass player as well.
That's right.
Is our good friend Melvin Lee Davis.
Mr. Melvin
How did you connect with Melvin Lee? Melvin Lee is like so well known, like worldwide.
Very good friend of mine. We go back, believe it or not, to the 2nd grade. We were in 2nd grade class together in Santa Ana. So we grew up together. We've always played together in church mostly. But when I got with O'Brien and we had that thing going, Melvin was the bass player, of course. For O'Brien, and our friendship has lasted all these years. So I have him here with me at the Gourmet quite often during the year. Although he's quite busy with Lee and Shaka, doing things with them.
A lot of people.
Right. And in the studio and stuff. But when he can, and he gets a chance, I get him up here as often as I can. So,
awesome. Well, it's always a pleasure to, when he's with you, and that's great. And actually, when he's not, that's good, because sometimes I'm doing something with you.
Exactly.
it opens up opportunities for everybody.
It does.
It's funny. I was listening to something that a great drummer said, Michael White, like a legendary smooth jazz drummer, producer, does a lot of stuff, film, and he's played for everybody, just like everybody in the game. But he commented on when he was with Maze for like 21 years, and then when things were sort of not really working right, you know, he had to sort of, you know, step the other way.
Yeah.
But that opens the door for other people. I mean, he had somewhere to go.
Yeah, he had to segue into something else.
Yeah, he had something that was concrete, and so it opens the other door for people to sort of be seen.
Exactly.
And so that's kind of the way it goes.
The way it goes here all the time. All the time.
People got to do something else.
Yeah, I can't keep the same players because they get calls, you know. And, you know, and they have to go out and do other things. And the good thing is I do have a good pool of great musicians, you know, that I can call to come up when they're available. So
every great band leader's got to have their book.
Got to have that book, right?
I know how that goes.
Without it, you'd be in trouble, man. That's right.
Now, you have been expanding lately, doing some other things. We a lot of people know you for Gommi Italia, but you mentioned that you're doing something, a newer spot. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
What is that spot again?
It's a local spot. It's called Chiba Hut. And it's the first marijuana-themed restaurant in Riverside.
Okay.
So when I say marijuana-themed, keep that in mind. It's only the theme.
Gotcha.
There's no marijuana there.
Gotcha.
Let's get that right.
Gotcha.
But
it is legal. Last time I checked.
Yes, sure it is.
Yeah.
But
for those that like it, it's legal.
Exactly. For that culture, whatever it is.
Sure.
But it brings a different crowd, you know, which is kind of cool because I'm introducing some of this new generation to some of the music that I grew up to, and they're really getting into
giving them some culture.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. It's great owner. He's a friend of mine. I grew up with him. And this is his first restaurant venture.
Randy, we know the Chiba Hut's theme is sort of in the direction, sort of a new school direction, of you know, different sort of flavorings or offerings.
Exactly.
And you went to school with the owner.
Yeah, he's like a baby brother of mine.
Okay.
Me and his brother were best friends growing up.
Okay.
And we didn't want him getting into the things we were getting into.
Okay.
So we kept him on the straight and narrow, so we tried to say. I mean, he was going to be that way anyway. He's a good dude.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm proud of him. So anyway, the restaurant is there. And I just want to get the word out and let people know that it's in downtown Riverside on Market Street. Let me see. I can't think of the street or something, but it's in the Hampton Inn.
But everybody can look it up, though. What's the name one more time?
Chiba Hut.
Okay. Now, one other thing, too. Tell us a little bit about recording you're doing. Are you working on some new recordings? When are they expected to be out? Tell us about that.
You know, I have been working on doing some of my favorites. I have a good buddy of mine down in Orange County who's working on the tracks for me.
Okay.
It's been in motion only about 2 months, so it's very early in the stages. Yes, real fresh. And I think he only has maybe 2 songs that I've given him to get ready for me. So I'm taking it kind of slow. I've never done an album, and I'm looking forward to doing my first one. Okay. And I just want to make sure that it's of high quality.
Absolutely. Well, you know, this is sort of a singles-driven market, so if you don't do the whole thing, you know, you can always put that single out and sort of test the water.
Exactly.
It's something to think about, you know.
That's right. I'll keep that in mind.
Who's your friend that's producer? What's his name?
Wallace Grissett.
Okay.
Yes. He's a drummer. I don't want to just say he's a drummer because I mean that's his first. Yeah, you know how we say you got to have more than one arm in the fire in this business. So, drummer, very qualified tech.
Okay.
Producer, arranger, and he's just over the last few years he's developed a really good quality Moog bass playing, man. He's just really come up.
He got the left hand happening.
Yeah, he's got it going on now.
Okay.
So yeah, that's Wallace.
Wonderful.
That's my boy.
Okay, well, is there a name of the first single, if you do have one? Do you have a name for it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, so it's still in the lab, completely in the lab.
It's really fresh, but yeah, we're working.
If people want to connect with you, Randy, do you have a website, or where can people connect with you online?
You can link with me, Rhandi James, again on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about the best way to get with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'll have all my numbers and contact and everything is up there for you. So
awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, Randy, you're a very blessed and very gifted artist.
Thank you, Dante.
We're looking forward to the record coming out. when you guys get it all chopped up nicely, and you know, just appreciate what you're
First to
doing.
hear it. Yes, exactly.
So, just blessings to you and your career.
Thank you for doing this, man. I appreciate it. We've been trying to get together for a while.
Absolutely.
And it finally happened.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dante.
Thank you, Rhandi.